What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy Shed for coming through and boosting up your man the YB. Much needed coin right now, 100%. So, we got some crazy news right now regarding your man's the most corrupt individual. Yeah, listen, the 2022 most corrupt general in the sport award, Maurizio Sulaiman. WBC President Maurizio Sulaiman has announced that Jake Paul will enter the official WBC Top 10 Cruiserweight rankings if he beats Hasim Rahman Jr. on August 6th. Now listen, you man who know me and follow my other channels will know that I'm a big Jake Paul supporter. Why? Listen, the guy, bear in mind, 3 years ago he was a YouTube goober making weird funny style videos, and to go from that to doing what he's doing has never been done before. Jake Paul's doing things in the sport of boxing, yeah, which are unparalleled. Facts. He just is. Never been seen before. Never before have we seen a random ass dude knock out UFC #1 Hall of Fame GOATs. Jake Paul really has brought to the world something that we didn't think was possible. Yeah? Listen, 5 years ago, if I'd have told you some goober YouTuber could knock out cold the UFC pound for pound #1 GOAT, Tyron Woodley, you'd have laughed at me. And even Dana White said before the Woodley fight, Dana White said when Jake Paul was about to fight Ben Askren, come on now, there's levels to this game. Yeah, and that's what most of us, that's what I mean. Jake Paul really has changed the whole paradigm of what is considered within combat, considered possible within combat sports. Before Jake Paul, yeah, we assumed random dudes off the street couldn't do nothing with trained fighters. Yeah, many people said, oh, Ben Askren's been, yeah, he's not a boxer, but he's been doing all the 3 different skills: kickboxing, boxing, on the floor, and wrestling. Yeah, he's been doing boxing for 10-15 years, so there's no way a YouTuber goober can come along. Next to me, no, first shot that lands, he's sleeping. And not only that, never mind him wiping out all the UFC dudes. Also, what we didn't think was possible was a man knocking people out. We've got boxers today who can't knock people out in one punch. Oops. So he really has mixed it all up. However, in my opinion, what we're not going to do, yeah, what we shouldn't be doing is this weird stuff. Listen, if Jake Paul earns a ranking, he earned a ranking. This fight is one of them Canelo kind of fights where the weight's all off, and I mean, Hasim Rahman Jr., he won't be cruiserweight, he'll be at heavyweight. So it's kind of like, why are you so... Listen, I'm the first person to say I believe, to some extent, Jake Paul deserves a ranking if he smokes Hasim Rahman Jr. But, number one, let's wait for it to happen. Why are you gagging? Why are you trying to clout chase? That's what this proves to me. The fight ain't even happened yet, and WBC President all in the video trying to clout chase. Let it happen and then say, you know what, all things considered, again, the fight isn't even at cruiserweight. It's not at cruiserweight. Oops, yeah. What are we doing here? Super duper odd. Your man's Hasim Rahman Jr. doesn't have to weigh in above, I think it's something like 215 or something like that. What was it? Either way, listen. No ranking for me. Yeah, Hasim Rahman Jr. He need to show up and put on a show. That's what he needs to worry about. All this ranking rubbish. Maurizio need to sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. What is this desperation to clout chase? Jake Paul, in my opinion, I've already explained, he does his thing to a very high level. But we don't need to be... There's certain things. Listen, when Jake Paul starts making a serious boxing run, as he's doing, we can talk turkey. But for now, as in, it's the first fight. I've never heard of someone being all in the rankings after one fight. Even people like Lomachenko, he had to have about 6 fights. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Hasim Rahman Jr. is a solid guy. I'm not even sure if Hasim even ranked. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. Now, maybe I'm wrong. If Hasim Rahman Jr. is ranked at cruiserweight, then obviously this video shouldn't exist. I'm lazy. I haven't done my research. But if Hasim Rahman Jr. isn't ranked, it's kind of like, well, what are we doing here? I mean, Hasim Rahman Jr. just got knocked out in his last fight, so I find it hard to believe he ranked anywhere. if you get what I'm saying. So this really video ain't about Jake Paul. Jake Paul does his thing. This video is about the state of boxing and the state of WBC president Maurizio Suleiman, just desperate for clout. Oh, what's that? You got a little bit of clout for me to try and leech off of? Yeah, I'll be all over that one. It's embarrassing, man, but it shows you where the sport's going. Like I said, Jake Paul's skills are once in a lifetimes. Only once in a lifetime will you see a man go from YouTube goober to smoking the #1 pound for pound GOAT UFC fighters. I really don't. I don't think it will be repeated for a long time. A lot of you, man, don't remember how gooberish he was. He was a proper goober, making all them videos, entertaining 5-year-old children. That's the guy. Yeah, it's not a case of where YB. Jake Paul was a. You know what I mean? No, he went from pure middle upper class gooberdon to smoking the best considered fighters in the history of the game. Facts. Tyron Woodley was considered the best until Usman came along. Tyron Woodley at one point was considered the GOAT of all GOATs. Because many people say, in fact GSP, who conventionally was considered to be the GOAT of GOAT, really the conversation's always been John Jones and GSP. John Jones got all the other stuff going on, all the political stuff, so he gets crossed off. Then it was GSP for the most part. Guess what? GSP came back, fought Michael Bisping, and at the time Woodley was tearing it up. And at the time, GSP had the opportunity to become champ, because he was the 185 champ, and Woodley was there at 170 saying, let's do it. Your man GSP, he ain't want that one. And again, for you man who know me, you know that, listen, if someone's in a position to make a fight, and they don't take that fight, in my world, that goes down as a KO loss. So the fact that GSP came back and had no problem winning a belt at 185, and then refused the opportunity to fight Woodley, that there's a KO loss for GSP. Hence, Woodley considered the all-time greatest. Not to mention, his run in itself was solid. He was dominating the game. He was the Usman before Usman. Do you know what I'm saying? He was the original Usman, the guy who came along and just topped everyone. Yeah? At the time, so we're talking about, even if you don't consider Woodley to be the #1 ticket guy, he was certainly top 5 ticket, all-time great, and he got smoked. One punch, cold, sleeping. I don't want to hear about old, because guess what? People will, Woodley's old, wait a minute. Woodley was 39 years old. Anthony John Stewart, who's considered, he fought Vladimir Klitschko at 41, 42. Oops. Yeah, so let's get someone straight here. Are you old or are you not old? Because it wasn't old. In fact, even Tyson Fury fought Vlad at 40-year-old. AJ fought Vlad at 42-year-old. So let's not pick and choose here. Yeah? If 40's old, then it's old for real, so-called real boxers. Don't tell me about it's old. Yeah? So listen. WBC need to sort themselves out. There needs to be someone in this game needs to take responsibility and say, you know what? I mean, we all love money. We all need money to survive. Yeah, we all need money so we don't end up on the street corner having to sell our booty holes. Yeah, to some next John. 100%. Your man the YB, listen, I ain't gonna lie to no one. Yeah, your man the YB is the first one to put his hand up and say, listen, I ain't fixing to end up on no corner, getting my booty blown out by some next stinking John. Yeah? That said, there's nothing wrong with having a balance. What the world's missing right now is balance. Right now, it's all bag and no balance. Right now it's, what's that? Some next Saudi prince wants to pay me 10 million to fly me out to Dubai and put a nice warm creamy korma dump on my chest. I'm all for that, and I'm for the bag. Next thing you know, you see my man on the podcast. Oh man, I had a Saudi prince and he hollered me and told me he want to fly me out, and I had to get that bag. I thought, what the fuck? No, I don't know you had to get that bag. That's the kind of bag that stays where it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? But I had to get that bag. No, you had to sit down somewhere and realise that, you know what? Certain things, balance. All about balance. Certain things don't need to be done. And WBC, who's meant to be really, especially in recent terms, most people, the main belt is the WBC. Now, historians know that the real one's the WBA, but in terms of all in the video-ness, it's the green WBC. And look at the legacy of it, it's shot to bits. Little things like this, it's clout chasing. Even people at IFL TV's channel, obviously falling off, like the rest of the UK boxing scene, but rather than fall off with some grace, they just out here clout chasing as well, doing all these weird OnlyFans videos. Oh, OnlyFans star versus Love Island OnlyFans star. That's sad, man. Going out all the way sad. And I get it. People are. I mean, guess what? Coogie Bear's IFL TV money. Coogie Bear's MTK money gone. Yeah. The whole UK boxing scene hype is in the toilet right now. Everyone, you got all the rats and the weasels scratching for some coin right now. But Maurizio, what's your excuse? We understand why AFL doing it. They're down bad. Yeah. IFL TV going out all the way sad because the UK boxing scene is plummeting. But what's your excuse, Maurizio? You ain't involved in UK boxing in that sense. You're just selling your WBC for what? I'm over this whole game, man. I swear down. All I need, if any of my shit blows off, I'm out of it. This game's dead. UK boxing's dead. Shot to bits, 100%. I'm just here squeezing any little coin left. No doubt about it.